Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
Back there is Tucker, and we are in the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir. Yes, we have tested this vehicle before, but now we are in the top trim Avenir. And in this video, we are going to tell you what this luxury crossover is like for our family of three. All right, Holly, so as I mentioned in the intro, we have already driven this platform before. You really liked that one. This is very similar to what we drove last week in the Mazda CX-50, like perhaps the closest matchup, even in styling, of any two crossovers in this segment. What are your thoughts here in the 2022 Buick Envision Avenir?
Well, you plopped me in this car right down in the middle of downtown Dallas.
I am sorry for that.
Like, I had to learn a new car in the middle of
In a very stressful,
high stress situation.
high stress situation. My apologies. My apologies. But very quick and easy to get acclimated to?
Yes, absolutely. And I really love this car.
Yes.
I really liked it for city driving.
Yeah.
Even because it like gets up and goes around
Yep.
right where you need it to, getting in and out of traffic, getting out of people's way on those merge in, merge offs in downtown Dallas.
Yep, so a lot to like here. Why don't we kind of work through this a little methodically? We'll go from the outside to the inside, really kind of touching on how this compares to, again, what we drove last week in that Mazda, that CX-50, which funnily enough, is still in our garage right now. So
easy for you to say.
But what do you think of the styling on the outside of this Buick?
I do really like the styling. I think it is on brand for Buick, for sure. This wouldn't be my favorite color. What is the color?
Yeah, I wrote it down here.
Eggplant.
Eggplant. Rich garnet metallic.
Rich garnet metallic.
Yeah.
What?
It's garnet.
It's
garnet is like a dark red. So
Okay.
it's purple. It's purple. Metallic purple. I like it, but color is subjective.
Color is subjective, and you can always change the color.
Right.
So, but if I have to pick on something, no.
Yeah.
But the outside has nice subtle curves, but they are a little bit more chiseled, but subtle.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Yes. So comparing it again to that Mazda that is in our driveway right now, the Mazda has more masculine, more kind of rugged styling. This is definitely more feminine and luxurious, where that Mazda is trying to be more luxurious and upscale, and I think it makes it look a little more like this. It's amazing how similar these two platforms look when you get them side by side. But yes,
On the outside.
I agree. The outside, very clean, very luxurious, very upscale. And you've got the Avenir script on both of the doors to let people know you got the fancy one. The tail lights are all clear until you step on the brakes, and then they light up red. Very, very upscale and classy look.
Yeah, also on the outside, which I think is really cool, is where the foot pedal is on the back for the trunk to open.
Yes.
There's a light that shines down
on the rear bumper that lets you know where to kick back behind it to open that rear hatch. Moving inside, we have the Whisper Beige interior on this one.
Whisper Beige.
Whisper Beige.
That's interesting. Sounds sturdy.
My goodness. With the last Envision we drove, you said you really liked the entertainment center cockpit you were sitting in. This one takes it upscale a little bit with the paneling here on the doors and the stitching even on the seats. It's kind of like a cross-quilted pattern look. And then Avenir here on the headrest as well to, again, let you know you got the premium one. What are your thoughts inside here?
I really like the inside. I again still like the spaceship cockpit feeling. But the screen and controls are not hard to manage and find what you're trying to look for. And you've got the heads-up display, which I like, and it tells you your speed limit that you're supposed to be going.
Yep.
I like the different colors used in here, and the different textures are really, really nice.
Soft touch.
I do like the Whisper beige. I'm gonna like it more now that I know that it's called Whisper beige.
Oh boy, oh boy. So again, I have to ask, comparing it to that Mazda CX-50 in our driveway, the interior, you kind of already alluded to it. What do you think, above or below that Mazda?
I really like the Mazda, but this one definitely beats the interior.
It's definitely more upscale, more premium, more interesting to look at.
Yeah, if I had anything to knock about the interior, is I'd like a more substantial steering wheel.
I was going to ask you about that because, again, in the Mazda, it is definitely a more sporty steering wheel. It's got some hard edges to it. This one is just, it's nice.
Just a regular old steering wheel.
Yes.
But it has the Buick logo. I mean, I guess they all do, but you know, the Buick logo is just very nice.
Buick logo. So
it's very nice.
Buick is in the process of revamping their logo and their image. You do have all your cruise control buttons on the front, on the left side, all your buttons for your trip information screen there in the middle, on the right side. On the back, you've got your volume and tuning. And you even have actual metallic paddle shifters if you wanted to do some sporty driving with the 9-speed automatic in this one. But I don't know that this is really the sporty vehicle.
It definitely doesn't give you the sporty feel.
Right.
Now, I will tell you, I did kind of feel like I was in Fast and Furious driving on the highways of Dallas the other day. I was feeling pretty good about my driving skills.
All right, well, I will put the power information down below. It has plenty of power for the size. This one is a front-wheel drive model. You can get an all-wheel drive model. While the Mazda definitely feels more sporty in all that it does and feels a little more eager to get going, this one is no slouch either.
No, it's not. You think this one, I mean, the Mazda gets up and goes faster than this one?
I feel that it does.
I don't think it does.
Interesting.
I disagree. I've had more fun driving this one than the Mazda.
Okay, which is good because you're going to get more time in it.
Yes.
Tucker, you are correct. We are going to test out the luxury ride in this one as we head down the historic brick streets here in Tyler, Texas. How wobbly is Tucker's head on the brick streets?
It never be wobbly.
It's never be wobbly? All right. Well, that speaks to the luxury nature of this vehicle. Very quiet in here. Even going down these brick streets that could rattle you to death if you were in the wrong vehicle. That's just your phone rattling right there.
Yeah.
But really good.
You need to put that someplace else.
Really good interior, really good suspension, really comfortable ride. This is like the worst part, decommissioned railroad tracks.
Oh, what do you think, T-Man?
Okay.
It didn't wobble.
Oh, well, there you go.
Well, when we're on the ferry street, my head wobbles.
Okay.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, it just wobbled 3 times.
Oh, 3 times? Do you feel like it was a smooth ride?
Nope.
Well,
It's a hard ride.
It was a hard ride, okay. So let's talk about a couple features that we haven't talked about. That one I don't like and one I really don't like.
Oh.
So the mirror is also a screen, which you can, I always have the screen turned off. Again, I think this is something that I would probably get used to, but it throws me off. I don't like it. I'd rather just look. But then when you have just the regular mirror on, it's so small.
The mirror itself?
Yes. The mirror, your view is so small. I do feel like there's more blind spots in this vehicle than some other ones that I've driven. And then that mirror doesn't help. It just looks like, I mean, I don't know, the mirror is small, but also the view is small out the back. You can only really see between the two. Well, of course, we have this one all the way up, but still, even with his down, it's kind of hard to see behind you.
Very lovely on that road.
Yeah.
And then again, driving in Dallas traffic, I did have to turn my head and look out because there were some blind spots right here beside me, and this little light on the mirror,
blind spot
indicator, feels a little late. The feature I really don't like is the buzzing on your booty.
Okay. So this does have General Motors safety seat, and it will vibrate left side, right side, or the whole seat depending on what's going on around you. So it does have rear cross traffic detection. So if somebody is coming from your right side as you're backing up, it will vibrate just to give you that extra warning in addition to the auditory and the visual warning on the screen here. Hey, something's up. But it even comes on if you're getting too close while parking. Comes on a few different instances.
A lot of times. And it's jarring, and I've also been arguing with it. So I don't like the seat. But can you turn that off?
You most likely
turn it off, yeah.
Dig in the menus.
Yeah. Anyways, that's something to be aware of.
The GM safety seat. Okay, interesting. I will say, going back to the interior, this does have nice technology. USB-A, USB-C, wireless charging pad underneath this piano black. A lot of piano black here. Push button transmission. We've got some button here to turn your start stop off, on and off, your lane detection, traction control, parking sensors. Buick does say it will park itself. I've tried it once.
This may not surprise you. I didn't try it.
Yeah. Different drive modes. So we've got Tour, Sport, and Snow and Ice. So you felt sporty even driving around in Tour mode. So I'm just saying. Full panoramic roof. We've got it half closed, so Tucker's in the shade. Split opening center console. So that's there.
I do like that.
Dual zone climate. Air vents are on the back of the center console. USB-A and USB-C down here. And then putting in Tucker's car seat was fairly easy. Why don't we cut to that right now? So what is it like putting a child safety seat in the back seat of the Buick Envision Avenir? We've got you covered. Buick hides the lower latches underneath these hard plastic pieces that flip and fold up out of place. And then I will bring in my son's Graco forward-facing car seat. I will lower the top tether back here behind the seat, but due to that hard parcel shelf, you got to be sure to actually feather it through. Find the optimum seating position for that seat, and then because of those hard plastic covers, the lower latches are very easy to find and locate, and then you can tighten it down into place very easily and nicely. There's a lot of room in here, and the ride height of this one is very easy to access, and then the ride height is also low enough for my 4-year-old to climb in the seat all by himself. It's very nice when they get big enough to take care of things a little bit more on their own. Putting that rear tether in place is just as easy as going around to the back. That shorter cargo area does allow you to get to that very easily and nicely. And the hard back of the seat means you're not completely crushing the leather back here, doing permanent damage to your seats, even though car seats aren't forever. So, very good job here in the Buick Envision Avenir. This dad gives it a thumbs up. I didn't even mention this pass-through down here because of that push-button transmission. We've got storage down here, glove box, storage in both of the door pockets.
Yeah, you love pass-throughs.
I mean, I like when you are given more options for storage. One thing I can say I don't like, the visors are so thin that our garage door opener
but
fell off on me driving.
You have a garage door opener right here for $3.
So if you were to buy this, you would use the home link buttons here. But yes, these are very thin. I was surprised at how thin they were, but they do slide forward and back. So
I do. I like them. I like them.
Okay. So that brings us to fuel economy.
Hey, Mommy. You want to see yourself?
Yeah.
Well, go down on that. Pull it down.
Oh, this.
Oh.
Then do that.
There I am.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
There's yourself.
There's myself.
All right, so that brings us to fuel economy. The window sticker says 24 city, 31 highway, 26 combined. The trip computer in front of you right now says 354 miles, 24.8 mpg in mixed city and highway driving, average speed of 31.6. So I would say this window sticker, fairly accurate. I would say we've done a little more city than highway, 2 hours in between here and Dallas, so it's fairly accurate. Nothing to complain about there. What would you say the window sticker of this one is? I will remind you, for fairness sake, last week the Mazda that we drove was $44,000, and that is set to compete with this one.
Even the luxury model?
Yes. So
49.
45,305 for this 22 front wheel drive. Again, you can get it all wheel drive. There are some options that this one does not have. This one doesn't have the massage driver's seat. This one does have heated and ventilated seats, but General Motors, in their attempt to get more vehicles out, will give you a $50 credit on the window sticker to receive the vehicle without that working, and they will retrofit it later. So while this vehicle does have heated and ventilated seats,
Is it in the back too?
this one does not work. No, the back does not.
Oh.
So
It looks like it should.
the back has heated, but not
heated.
ventilated.
Okay.
So sorry, misunderstanding the question. So that brings me to at 45,305. You really like this. I haven't even asked the steering. You mentioned the steering on the Mazda felt very tight and sporty and athletic. How's it feel on this one?
Not tight and sporty. I mean, you made it sound real cool.
Yeah?
Like sporty and athletic, but I really didn't like the tightness of the steering wheel.
How does this one
This one's
compare?
looser.
Yeah? More luxurious, easy to park,
Yeah.
right? Right.
Yeah, I mean, I even expertly, despite what the seat told me, parallel parked twice.
Yes.
And it was super easy. The screen right here, or the
Rear view camera.
rear view camera, helped a lot in that. It was easy. I liked it. I love driving this car.
Yeah.
And if we're comparing it to the Mazda, I like this one better.
Yeah. I really like it as well. I just wish it were just a little bit bigger. I wish Buick offered something in the size realm of the Chevy Blazer, because the next size up from this is also something you and I have tested in the Enclave, and that's the big 3-row. Nothing really in that gap in their lineup. So
Yeah, but I think this is plenty big enough for our size family.
yeah, I mean, I was able to get stuff in the back fairly nice. The Mazda did have just a little bit more
Yeah,
room.
I feel like this
but-
is bigger than our Jeep.
Yep. So with that, we thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more from Holly, some behind the scenes stuff from her, go find her on Instagram at Female Consumer. You can find, and Tucker, and you can find more from all of us at gtgaragetalk.com or on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, all at GT Garage Talk. You can find our award-winning podcast also at gtgaragetalk.com or on your favorite podcasting platform. Just search for GT Garage Talk. And be sure and hit the subscribe button down below and ring the bell so you see the next video that drops and see what we are testing next. But until next time, Gearheads, bye. Really what, buddy?
Something like
Just don't talk for a minute.
Okay.
Daddy, I draw the heart.
Oh, thank you, buddy.
You want to see it? Do you want to see it?
Yes.
Okay, see it. No, Dave.
What do you mean?
See it on your phone.
Oh, we can't do that right now because we're still videoing.
Why?
I'll see it later though when I'm editing. Okay?
Dave, you guys see the video.
I know, I do have to, because you were drawing hearts back there. Even the sound of the windows going up and down is luxurious. Like it doesn't sound grainy.
Mm-hmm.
Have you noticed that with some vehicles? It just sounds like, and then it's just, oh, the Jimmy Ray, the Jimmy Ray.
What do you call a one-legged hippo? A hobbo!
Oh my goodness!
Mm.
That kid.